going too far, man. It's going too far. It's going too far, man. Y'all, some of y'all are taking it too far, bro. It's not that deep. You know, I get it. He played not that good, man. He's played pretty bad for his standards, you know, with all the not having expectations for the season. Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. Like Magic said, man, you can't come out and say that, you know. You gotta have you're a Laker, a player of your caliber. You can't say you don't have expectations when you have LeBron and AD, you know, on the same team. Can't do that. You cannot do that, bro. You can't. But it's going too far.
Let me ask you this, Jay, because the most optimistic scenario for the Laker fan is you have LeBron rested and ready when you get to the postseason. Between now and then, you figure out some way to use Russell Westbrook more effectively than they have. And most importantly, you get back a healthy Anthony Davis. If those things happen, what is the ceiling in the postseason for the Lakers?
I'm laughing because you're like, if you find some way to activate Russell
I get it. I know, I understand.
They've had the whole season to activate Russell Westbrook. Frank Vogel has not been able to figure it out.
True.
That's what I'm saying, Greeny. Like, we always look at this as the pie-in-the-sky scenario. This team has showed you who they are. Now, I know when AD comes back, there's a chance that all of a sudden there's a glimpse of hope, right? Because defensively, he brings a different mentality. But you still have to learn how to win with Russell Westbrook and LeBron James on the floor down the stretch.
Well, they haven't done that. So, like,
got everybody calling out Westbrook. Everybody, all the shows, the NBA, the basketball shows, former basketball players, Magic Johnson, calling them out. Hey man, you gotta be real, man. You're just showing them tough love. You gotta be real, man.
This trade could go down as the worst trade in Laker history.
Whoa!
If we don't get out the play-in game.
Here we go.
Russell Westbrook stats for the year is, I think, 18 points, 43% field goal. 18 points, 43% field goal, man. That's crazy. 28% on a three-point line, bro. 7.8 rebounds. One steal. Now all that is one thing, bro. The bad play, you know, basketball. All the basketball is well deserved. All the bad play of Westbrook, the missed shots, the lack of defense, the booing with the crowd. That's cool and all, cool, whatever. But that's the problem with so-called fans, bro. It goes too far when you bring personal stuff into it, bro. People's family, death threats, all that stuff, man. It's not cool, man.
Russell Westbrook's wife,
his wife,
took to social media to detail criticism and absurdly even death wishes her family's received. Could you imagine
crazy.
You go to a game, dude bricks a bunch of shots, and then you send his family a death wish? What's wrong with you?
That's crazy. Like, people get so caught up in these things because either they have nothing else better to do or they just take sports way too seriously, bro. I gotta realize, like, sports is a big part of athletes' lives, but it's not their whole life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them would say that it's not their whole life. They're not slaves. They're not servants to please you. They do this because of the love of the game and to play their all in front of the crowd, of course. But they don't have to do this.
I'm being harassed on a daily basis over basketball games, and I'm having obscenities and death wishes for me and my family sent my way because you're expressing your truth. It's hard for me to get on board with that.
Imagine you are an athlete, and just because you playing bad or having a few bad games or whatever it is, you get death threats sent to your family, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, no doubt, right? Like, Nina Westbrook is an uncontroversial statement. She's obviously correct. That's one side of the Westbrook issue. Then there's the other part, and we touched on it briefly in the first hour of this show. Because, I mean, we could all just get together and be like, yes, that's right, you shouldn't do that to Westbrook's family. Duh, we all know that, hopefully. But the other more nuanced part to me, Key, I know it's funny, right? Like, does that even have to be said out loud?
Yes, exactly.
Apparently it does nowadays. But it's Westbrook, Russell Westbrook, addressing another issue he has with the criticism he's gotten. And this is the interesting point to me, because it's not so clear-cut.
This is what Westbrook had to say about everything, man. Take a listen.
You know, my name is getting shamed. It becomes a issue. I've kind of let it go in the past, you know, just because it never really bothered me, but it really kind of hit me the other day. Honestly, I was, me and my wife was at teacher parent conference for my son. And the teacher told me, she's like, Noah, he's so proud of his last name. He writes it everywhere. He writes it on everything. He tells everybody, he walks around and says, I'm Westbrook, that's his last name. Yeah. And I kind of sat there in shock, and it hit me like, damn. Yeah. Like, I can no longer allow people, you know, for example, Westbrook to me is now shaming. Like, it's shaming my name. It's my legacy for my kids. It's a name that means more, not just to me, but to my wife, to my mom, my dad, the ones that kind of paved the way.
Then he also goes to say this too.
I haven't done anything to anybody. I haven't hurt anyone. I haven't done anything but play basketball a way that people may not like. And this is just a game. This is just a game. This is not my entire life. And I think that is the ultimate thing that's been for me. And
before he continues, I think a lot of people would like him to be like, oh, okay, I get it, yeah. I'm playing away, maybe people might not like, yes. But I think the thing is, people want him to say like, yeah, I know I haven't been playing that good, you know, I just need to play better. I think that's what people want to hear. That's what people want to hear, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's playing bad. He's not playing up to par how people thought he would be with the expectations and not having any of them, and we're just not even making the playoffs right now. So that's crazy.
I like to harp on, I kind of one ear out the other, but once it starts to affect my family, my wife, even today, my mom said something about it today, and it affects them even going to games. Like I don't even want to bring my kids to the game because I don't want them to hear people calling their dad nicknames and out of their names for no reason because he's playing the game that he loves. And it's gotten so bad where, you know, my family don't even want to go to home games, to any game, because of, you know, not just the media across the globe use their platforms to constantly shame me.
Bro, that's saying something, bro. Like I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. He's not been playing how people expected him to play. He's talking about not having expectations, yada yada yada. But that's one thing. Playing bad, one thing. That's basketball. But like, when you bring people's family into it, man, all the death threats, and he's not being comfortable bringing his family around to the games, home games. That's a whole nother level, bro. I don't think people realize, because like most people on earth are not athletes, you know. The average person is not going to be a professional athlete, so they wouldn't really know how it feels to be an athlete and have to go through all these things, the pressure, the fame, all this extra stuff, you know. People, you know, are real comfortable in the comments, you know what I'm saying all they want to say, like their opinion matters to the people they talking about, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how it is, man. It's tough out here.
See, he's talking about Westbrook as his family name. I get that. I understand that. I mean, first of all, we could talk about the level of sensitivity to shaming, you know, like and like safe spaces and stuff, where you even see on college campuses people don't even want their ideas challenged because, you know, it's overboard PC culture, and that's not good.
With all that being said, man, yeah, we're not going to make the playoffs. Probably, most likely, we might have a chance to win a play-in game, but at the end of the day, Westbrook's probably going to leave. This is most likely his last year in LA, but just people really need to learn how to just leave stuff to basketball and not take things, you know, into other matters with the death threats and all that. This world is something else, man. What do you think Russ goes from here, man? You think he leaves, he stays? What happens, man? Or he's out the league? What? Yeah, some people even saying that, man. What y'all think? What y'all think next for Russ, man? Leave it down in the comments below, man. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, man. Y'all know what to do, man. All right, Squad, I'm out.